Hello children, welcome to AIMS India's online class biology session. Nutrition, our food. So far we have discussed about what is nutrition, what are the types of nutrition, then about the nutrients, macronutrients like carbohydrates, proteins and fats, and micronutrients about vitamins, minerals. We have discussed in the last video. About vitamins and minerals we have discussed in the last video. So in this video we are going to discuss about the most important thing, that is what is balanced diet and how to maintain balanced diet, and about our tooth and the structure of tooth. Okay, are you ready children? Let us proceed. Balanced diet, a mixed diet containing all the essential requirements in their right quantities is necessary for body's proper growth. Such a diet is known as the balanced diet. Okay, a complete food it is called balanced diet. In a balanced diet, energy giving foods like bodybuilding foods and protective foods are present in correct proportions. Means all the types of foods such as energy giving foods, bodybuilding foods and protective foods are present in required proportions or proper correct proportion is called a balanced diet. A balanced diet thus provides the body with all the essential nutrients, all the materials necessary for proper growth and repair of body, and also the energy required by the body to carry out its life activities. So it will fulfill the three important functions. What are they? All the essential nutrients is fulfilled and all the materials necessary for proper growth and repair of the body and energy required by the body to carry out its life activities. All these three functions are fulfilled by balanced diet. Okay, a balanced diet, there are different types of balanced diet will be there. Okay, sometimes we eat only carbohydrates, sometimes we eat only proteins, sometimes we eat only minerals. So that is not a balanced diet. A balanced diet must and should include all the three types of foods: energy giving foods, bodybuilding foods and protective foods. We neglect the protective foods, okay, that is vegetables and fruits, so it should not be done. Next, the food we normally eat in a day is our diet. Our growth and maintenance of good health, our diet should have all the nutrients that our body needs in right quantities, not too much of one and not too little of the other. The diet should also contain a good amounts of roughage. Roughage means dietary fibers and water. Such a diet is called a balanced diet. A diet not only contain good amounts, not only contain all the nutrients, it should also include roughage and water, then only it is called a balanced diet. Eating the right kind of food is not enough. It should also be cooked properly so that its nutrients are not lost. So sometimes, okay, we include all the types of nutrients and we think that we are eating balanced diet, but how we are preparing that food at the time of cooking, if you cook at a very high temperature, some of the nutrients may be lost due to overcooking or due to less cooking. So it must be a method should be followed. What type of food material need what type of cooking strategy, that you have to follow. Otherwise it will lead to loss of nutrients. If the vegetables and fruits are washed after cutting or peeling them, it may result in the loss of some vitamins. Okay, sometimes what do you call wrong methods of preparation of food materials, wrong method of preparing curries. Before curry preparation, sometimes we peel out. After peel out again washing means it may lead to loss of vitamins. Okay, before peeling it out only you have to wash thoroughly, then we have to peel out and you cut it into pieces and prepare at low temperature burning. Okay, so high temperature cooking, it may char the food material, carbon is formed, so that is dangerous, and even it is cancerous. Carcinogenic agents will be formed if it is cooked for long time. Okay, so cooking strategies must be followed while cooking. The balanced diet, we all know that the skins of many vegetables and fruits contain vitamins and minerals. Similarly, repeated washing of rice and pulses may remove some vitamins at cooking, improves the taste of the food and makes it easier to digest. At the same time, cooking also results in the loss of certain nutrients. So you have to keep that in mind. Many useful proteins and considerable amount of minerals are lost if excess water is used during cooking and is then thrown out. Sometimes at the time of cooking rice, the boiling rice, we throw out the water to make the rice somewhat individual grains. Okay. So at the time of cooking, if you throw that water, what we call starch, it may lead to the loss of vitamins. Okay. So the food materials must be cooked in a proper manner. Deficiency diseases. These deficiency diseases may be due to the lack of knowledge regarding the nutrients or following wrong strategies of cooking. Okay. The deficiency, what is the deficiency? Deficiency of one or more nutrients can cause diseases or disorders in our body. It is called malnutrition. The diseases that occur due to lack of nutrients over a long period are called deficiency diseases or malnutrition diseases. If a person does not get enough proteins in his or in her food for a long time, he or she is likely to have stunted growth. Growth reduces, the swelling of face, discoloration of hair, skin diseases, and often suffers with diarrhea, vomitings and motions. The deficiency of different vitamins and minerals may also result in certain diseases or disorders. All deficiency diseases can be prevented by taking a balanced diet or compensating the lost vitamin or nutrient with or replacement of those deficient vitamins and minerals will help to recover or overcome the problem. Okay. Deficiency diseases, here one chart is given. So let us discuss. Vitamin A, deficiency disorder, loss of vision. It is called night blindness. The poor vision symptoms: poor vision, loss of vision in darkness, night blindness, sometimes complete loss of vision. It is called xerophthalmia. Due to malfunctioning of lacrimal glands in the eye, tears are secreted. When the tears are not secreted, then it will lead to complete loss of vision. That is called xerophthalmia. So vitamin B1 next. Vitamin B1 deficiency causes a disease called beriberi disease. The symptoms are weak muscles and very little energy to work. Means anemia is also one of the symptoms. Weakness. Vitamin C, ascorbic acid, its deficiency causes a disease scurvy. The symptoms are bleeding gums, wounds take long time to heal. Wound healing capacity will be reduced in the people who take less vitamin C. Vitamin D deficiency causes rickets. Bones become soft and bent, bow like bones. It is also called knock knees. Okay, the people when they stand, the two knees will touch each other. Okay. Next, calcium. Calcium deficiency leads to decay of bones and teeth. Bones become brittle, teeth also. Foul smell from the teeth. And the symptoms are weak bones, tooth decay. These are the symptoms of deficiency of calcium. Iodine. Iodine deficiency causes a disease called thyroid. What do you call goiter disease? Enlargement of thyroid gland. The glands in the neck, thyroid gland, appear swollen. Mental disability in children, also one of the symptom of goiter. Iron. Iron deficiency causes anemia, nothing but weakness. They get tired for simple works. So in order to overcome these deficiency diseases, the food materials rich in vitamins and minerals, protective food, must be included in everyday diet. The fresh, green, leafy vegetables, carrots, beetroots, papaya fruit, fruit juices, and fresh fruits, seasonal fruits must be included in the diet. So vitamin A deficiency, night blindness. Vitamin B1 deficiency, beriberi. Vitamin C deficiency, scurvy. Vitamin D deficiency, rickets. Calcium deficiency, bone and tooth decay. Iodine deficiency, goiter. Iron deficiency, anemia. These are some of the deficiency diseases. So let us see the structure of human teeth. Singular tooth. The structure of tooth. A tooth consists of three main parts. That is, tooth consists of enamel, dentin, cementum, and pulp tissue. The portion of the tooth which is exposed to the oral cavity is known as crown or dental crown. It is called dental crown. And the portion below the dental crown, it is known as root, tooth root. Okay, these are the two main parts, which is exposed part, that is called crown, and the part which is embedded in the gum of the tooth, it is called as a tooth root. The four main types of teeth present in human beings are incisors, canines, premolars, molars. Okay, incisors, canines, premolars and molars. These are arranged systematically in the human jaws. The jaws of the tooth, upper jaw and lower jaw, include all the four types of tooth. What are they? Incisor, canine, premolars, molars. So if you take the structure of two main parts, I said, what are they? Root and crown. Crown is the exposed part which we can see. When you observe the tooth in the mirror, you will see this crown. The crown consists of enamel, dentin, and the dentin is the material by which the tooth is made up of. Enamel is the outer coat, shiny coating, which it's a protective coat. Cementum is a material with which the tooth is internally made up of. Pulp is the cavity which is present in the root. So this pulp consisting of nerves and blood vessels or blood capillaries. Okay, let us see more about this tooth. The four main types of teeth are incisors, canines, premolars, molars. Okay, so incisors first. The incisors are the first formed teeth. These are typically the first adult teeth. Incisors are the teeth used for biting and to cut the food. We have 8 incisors. 4 in each jaw, upper jaw and lower jaw. Next, canines. The canines are the sharp teeth used for tearing food. We have 4 canines in total. Okay, 2 in each jaw. 4 canines. Next, premolars. Premolars are used for crushing the food. We have 8 premolars in each jaw. Okay. Next, molars. Molars are our largest teeth. Their function is similar to the premolars, to grind and crush the food. We have 12 molars. Okay, total 20, 28, 32. Total 32 teeth are present. Okay, so these teeth are arranged systematically, 16 in each tooth. So in each jaw. Okay, the dental formula is 2123 by 2123. So each half jaw 2123 by 2123. So each half jaw consists of 2 incisors, 1 canine. So this is half jaw. This is the dental formula. 2123. 2 canines, 2 incisors, 1 canine, 2 premolars and 3 molars. Okay, each half jaw consisting of 2, 1, 2, 3. 2 incisors, 1 canine, 2 premolars and 3 molars. In the same manner, another half jaw also same. So a total of the 16 teeth are present in each jaw, upper jaw and lower jaw. What is the function of incisors? To cut the food materials. If an apple is given to you, which tooth you use? First you cut the apple with incisors. then you use premolars, molars for chewing. So if you are a non-vegetarian, you are eating chicken or meat, you will use which teeth? Canines to tear the flesh. Then premolars and molars is for grinding and chewing the food. So children, you have to use your teeth properly in chewing the food. If you chew the food properly, then the digestion process is very easy. Okay, take time in taking the breakfast or lunch or supper. Chew the food before you swallow. Automatically your digestion process is simple. Okay, you are reducing the burden on the digestive system if you use your teeth properly. So if you chew the food properly, not only it helps in the digestion, it also gives strength to your teeth. Your lifespan of teeth will increase if you use it properly. Okay, next. Okay, take care of your teeth. Thank you, children. Thank you for watching our video. Please subscribe our channel and press the bell icon for receiving latest updates.